This video is brought to you by Granger Motors, where you can save up to $1,300 on a factory extended warranty on your new Ford or Ram, Jeep, Chrysler vehicle.
Dude, in this video, we're having fun with Cummins turbo diesel pickup trucks.
That's right, and this video is going to be more fun than educational, but we've had these two trucks for a couple years. We're going to talk about how our ownership experiences have been, and because we've got two cool trucks and a quarter-mile strip, we're just going to race them. Why not?
Yeah, we have two pretty cool diesel pickups. I have a 2022 and you have a 1994, so you're celebrating 30 years of your truck.
Well, what better way to celebrate it than see how it stacks up against a brand new one in a quarter mile. And here's going to be the interesting thing. This truck is manual, so I'm not really going to be able to build boost off the line. And no matter what you do, this is also kind of a slow shifting transmission. So I think you're gonna have me on the launch, but it'll be interesting to see what happens further down the strip, because this truck is not stock under the hood, and we'll talk about that.
Well, I wanna do three things. I wanna do a standing quarter mile, I wanna do a rolling quarter mile drag race, and then also a 0 to 60. And the new generation Cummins is just around the corner, so we'll have more fun soon.
All right, let's see how they do.
Okay, so my transmission is a 6-speed, and it's very quick to shift.
Bogging, but you do a little bit of boost up behind Andre. He's taking off well. Come on, 12 out.
This truck with me in it probably weighs about 8,800 pounds. So, no way!
I'm catching up.
What?
Bringing out fourth to do that. That was just an okay run. I could have tried to snatch fifth, but I was still catching them. And a 17.6 at 88. Not a spectacular run. We are a mile above sea level on prep surface. It is a ridiculously hot day, but still managed to take them.
Not too great. I got a 17.6, and I was really running out of steam there in my second to last gear, but I didn't want to snatch fifth because I was worried if I went for a gear change I wouldn't catch you at the very end there.
I think it was a photo finish. I was talking like it was a Sunday afternoon drive. I ran a 17.57, almost identical time to you, and all of a sudden you came out of nowhere, just whoosh.
Let me take a minute to tell you about this video's sponsor, Granger Motors, and their extended factory warranties for new vehicles. Today, more than ever, an extended factory warranty is a worthwhile consideration. The new cars and trucks coming out pack more amazing, yet unproven tech and complexity than ever. Knowing this, an extended factory warranty buys you peace of mind. If something goes wrong, you're covered for repairs and parts for years after the original warranty expires. A factory-backed warranty means repairs are done by factory-trained technicians who know your vehicle inside and out and are trained to repair known problems. A factory-backed warranty ensures that your car or truck gets replaced with true factory parts, and in some cases, upgraded factory parts to fix those known issues. So next time you buy a new Ford or Ram, Jeep, Dodge, or Chrysler vehicle, go to Granger Motors for an extended factory warranty. Granger is the #1 seller of Ford Protect warranties, and one of the top sellers of Mopar vehicle protection warranties in the country. This volume lets their customers save an average of $1,300. So what are you waiting for?
And now let's just talk about what's under the hood, because these trucks are, neither of them are stock. I mean, I have a lot of suspension mods, but you also have a couple of powertrain mods. So these diesel engines are normally meant for towing and doing a lot of work. We're just having fun with them today.
Yeah, God forbid we have some fun, right? We got a quarter-mile strip.
Yeah.
We might as well line up two of our favorite trucks that we've had. These things have been workhorses. We've done a ton with them, and they really haven't let us down yet.
Yeah, so you've had this for about 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
Okay, you bought it. It used to be a work truck. And
Yep.
then you kind of changed its life a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of turned it into a little bit daily driver, a little bit hot rod, and I also use it as a camping rig. So having the 8-foot bed, super nice. I can set up my camping little unit back there and use it to go up into the mountains for long weekends.
So if this was stock, this is a 5.9, right?
Yeah.
12 valve.
Yep.
And stock is what, 200-ish horsepower?
If only.
And
175. Yeah.
And then what, like 420, 430 pound-feet of
420 torque, yeah.
So what did you do? Can you just review that?
Man, yeah. Intake and exhaust manifold, head studs, valve springs, rocker pedestals, turbo, injectors, lift pump, governor springs, retimed the ignition or the fuel injection. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, kind of went through and did a fair amount, even the downpipe from the turbo, and it already had a different intake and exhaust on it when I bought it. So it's hard to remember everything that we did, but really the limiting factor right here is the 175 cam that's in this P7100 P-pump, and also the delivery valves. All of that is stock to that pump, so it can't flow that much fuel.
So the horsepower numbers are probably not crazy, right?
No, it wouldn't
Okay.
be crazy. It's noticeably quicker than it was.
Okay.
Stock, it was really slow. Yeah, it's quicker than that now.
Yeah, and it's a 5-speed, obviously.
Yep.
We already kind of talked about that. But how many miles did you have when you got it?
I bought it a little over 230,000 miles. I think 236,000. It's at 268 now. So put about 30,000 miles on
So
it.
not too many.
Not a ton. No, I
And
got some other cars.
And did you feel like you had to do a lot of those changes or updates or upgrades, or you just wanted to experiment a little bit as well?
Yeah, I hadn't done any hot rodding before, so it was fun to go down this road of cranking out a little bit more power out of these. They're pretty good for that, and it was also, especially up here in the mountains with some steep grades, and if you're hauling any kind of load in this truck, it felt pretty anemic, so it's nice, practically speaking, to have extra power.
Now, your dashboard looks with crack-free.
Uncracked dash.
Uncracked dash. But what about rust?
We're getting there, yeah. So
Can you show me something?
Yeah, so after a couple winters, we are having a few little things pop up here as far as rust goes. This truck spent most of its life in California, but I've driven it the last couple seasons here in Colorado. I got that little spot. And then, like, if you open up the door, at the very bottom of the door, you can see it starting down there. So nothing too bad at the moment.
And the bed, it had a work bed before.
Yeah, so it had a utility box on the back of it. We found this bed in Wyoming, and it already had rust in it when we found this bed. Most people aren't taking the bed off of their truck because it's in such nice shape. So we found this bed, did a little bit of work to it, patch panels in here. But now, after a couple years, even the patch panels are starting to get a little bit of rust. So down the line, every now and then a nice condition bed does pop up. I'll probably do that and get the truck resprayed a little better. We did this paint job over a long weekend in our garage.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It looks fine from 10 feet, but it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, if I look like this, I can notice a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you had 35s basically, right? Your
Round
tires?
about, I think it's like a 34
and a half-ish.
Yeah, but a little bigger. I bought these tires from David, and these Coopers have lasted about 30,000 miles. And
they still look really nice.
Still some decent tread. So they're not the best in the snow. They're not the best off-road, but they last forever.
Sweet. And you put Bilsteins on it too.
Yeah, it's got Bilstein shocks. Yeah, so it's pretty mild. It's just leveled in the front, nothing too crazy.
All right, so now it's time to do a rolling start, right?
So as usual, yeah, we'll do 30 mile per hour roll race. I'm gonna start out in third gear, which is labeled second on the shifter, but it's the third forward gear, and we'll see how it does. I guess your truck is gonna probably make that decision for you.
And how do we know if we're at 30 miles an hour? Because we have custom tire sizes and a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true. My tire size, whenever I drive by one of those signs that clocks your speed, 30 mile per hour usually for me is right at about 30. So if we just want to get nose to nose when mine says 30.
Count us off, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's do it. Are you at 30? 3, 2, 1, go!
Man, my truck being lighter, it takes off from them pretty quickly.
Downshift, come on! Oh, he has an advantage!
It does take a second to get back on the boost in between gears. It's part of the fun of a manual, but yeah. The truck has a good time setting off. I'm pretty proud of it.
It took a while for this 68 RFE to really downshift and get into up to speed again. He was in a probably more correct gear for that speed, and he just took off. Ay, ay, ay.
How did that feel from your seat?
Well, from my seat, I felt like, we were timed pretty well. We were alongside each other. But then when we hit it, it took a while for my transmission to downshift. And by the time it downshifted, I saw you pull away.
It also helps that my truck is just over 2,000 pounds lighter than the brand new truck.
That is true. But you can have 4 of your friends in your cab.
No, I could do 2. Maybe one normal size and one skinny.
All right, dude. Let's do 0 to 60.
Andre, how are you supposed to work on this thing?
Well, this truck is a little bit taller than what it was.
Yeah, 37s, and what was the lift? 3 inches?
Like
2.5?
3.5 inch.
3.5? Wow.
It's a BDS lift.
Yeah.
Powertrain is all stock. This is a 6.7, obviously, the latest generation.
Yeah.
And about 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque. So on paper, it's pretty healthy.
Yeah, it's making a lot more power than I am, but I'm noticing that the modifications you made as far as today goes
Yes.
is not necessarily going to help you in a drag race.
No, because I've added a lot of off-road capability to this truck.
You're in Colorado, so it's nice to have.
Yeah, and we called it Trailhound. I mean, on purpose. We wanted to do it.
Says it on the back.
It does. And partially, it's also the bumpers, right? So
Dude, this bumper is a beast.
AEV, American Expedition Vehicles. We got a 16,500 pound Warren winch.
Yeah.
So on this alone is a couple
those
hundred
winches are
pounds.
heavy. Yeah, super heavy.
With a bumper at
and a
least.
steel rear bumper too.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of underbody protection, not a lot.
Yeah.
Also, this has a gooseneck hitch fifth wheel package, so that adds weight. The rear bumper, I mean, these are 37s.
Yeah.
You can kind of see some of the suspension components.
Great looking wheels.
KMC wheels, and also the rear bumper as well.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of traction, a lot of weight.
Yeah, and a lot of capability with the angles that you get on these bumpers and the fact that it's got a winch up front. But yeah, they're not light.
But in the end, we weighed this truck with one person in it. It was 8,800 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's hefty now for a 3/4 ton as it is, and that's not going to help it on speed.
Oh, mine with me in it is like 6,500.
That's quite a difference.
Yeah.
All right, now a quick 0 to 60 at a mile above sea level. Fully stock 6.7 liter Cummins. I'm gonna brake torque it a little. Ooh, a tiny bit of spin. That was about almost 2,000 RPM start. And there, I hit 60. 9.24. 9.24. Well, you know what? For a truck that weighs almost 9,000 pounds and you know, it's lifted on 37s, I'm actually okay with that. It's an off-road truck. It's not a drag racing machine. So actually, I'm pretty happy.
Zero to 60 in my truck, I've been doing about a 2,000 RPM launch. It's getting me a little bit of wheel spin, but any less than that and it seems to kind of bog. So let's try 2 again. Yeah! You know, not that it's super quick off the line, but it is a fun truck to drive. Oh, give me a 10-second 0 to 60. Yikes. Yeah. The thing about these trucks is that until they get under load, you're not really doing a whole lot with the boost. So through second gear, I'm really not building a lot of boost in this truck. And until it gets into third, gets past that little bit of lag, and then finally starts cooking, it's basically might as well be a naturally aspirated tractor. The other thing is that this being a manual, it does come off of boost in between gears. And I've been driving this truck for 4 years. It really just doesn't want to shift very fast. So tried double clutching it, tried just forcing it, and there's only so much you can do to make it shift any quicker.
So I gotta say, dude, older is better in this case.
Older is better with a couple grand of modifications. Yeah.
Okay, and the slightly smaller package, that's more lightweight. Dude, I'm really impressed with your truck.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a solid truck. This thing has been pretty durable, and I'm very impressed with it every day. But out of the box, the capability and output on the new trucks, man, it's impressive.
By the way, what was your 0 to 60?
Ooh, it was over
remember?
9. It was not
Mine
good.
was just under 10.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
what is this? It was so close today, but I think second gen has the upper hand.
It's also worth mentioning too that our solo DLs typically show things being a little slower than they are in actuality.
Yeah.
We measured it against an actual quarter-mile drag strip at
Yeah.
Panamere, but that's neither here nor there. Both of these have been awesome trucks for us, super solid, and today we got to have a little fun with it. So that can't be bad.
Sweet. Thanks for joining us. Check out tflstuff.com where we have t-shirts,
Yeah, a couple of them.
some swag, and oldtfl.com where you can check out all other news in one place.
See you next time.